Hey, it's Classico Day at Gulfstream Park, and a hearty welcome to Thoroughbred Action. Jason Blewett joining you. We've got 11 stakes to bring you on the show tonight. A picture-perfect day for thoroughbred racing, and here's much more from track announcer Pete Aiello.
Caribbean Classic 2018 could not have brought any better weather to South Florida, with temperatures in the low 80s, a fast main track, a firm turf course, and a sunny sky. 11 races on the card. They're all stakes races. The first race of the day, the House Party Stakes. 2-year-old fillies at 6 furlongs. A field of 8 signed on. The favorite was the 8, Paula Andrea.
Racing at Gulfstream. The favorite, Paula Andrea, away well from her outside draw. A host of pursuers. Up the inside, Iva's up to challenge with Bye Bye Jay and Mir. Mir will land 3 wide third. 4 wide while fourth is Kalina's Song. Then Paula Andrea, who moves over to the inside under Ortiz. At the rail, that's Horologist third last. Kanza Candy is second last, and the early trailer is Drama Free. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. The opening quarter was 22-2. With the inside edge and the lead, it's Iva in front by a half a length. On the outside, 3 wide and Mirror from between horses, Bye Bye Jay. Kalina's Song is next, followed by Paula Andrea. Jimenez has Horologist at the rail, about 5 lengths off the lead. A length and a half in front of a driven Kanza Candy. Drama Free has been last throughout, and there's a quarter of a mile left to go. Iva on the inside. Bye Bye Jay issues the challenge on the outside. These two shoulder to shoulder. Bye Bye Jay puts a neck in front. Iva cuts the corner and battles on second. Well clear of the others with an eighth of a mile to go. Miguel Vasquez shakes up Bye Bye Jay, asked to finish the job, and now moves to a 2-length lead. Iva's clearly second. The battle's on for third. Horologist gets third, but the House Party to Bye Bye Jay for Monarch Stables by 2 in the end. Iva was second. Horologist was third. Then Mir and Drama Free to complete your high five in 1:12-1.
We start the afternoon with a minor upset. It's the Arkansas-bred daughter of Uncaptured, number 2, Bye Bye Jay, who stalks the pace setter and kicks on in the lane to get the victory. Trainer Ron Spatz and jockey Miguel Vasquez. Bye Bye Jay sports the familiar green and red silks of the Monarch Stables. To the second race now, the 5th running of the Hut Hut, $75,000 in guaranteed purse money at 1 mile. Start of the early pick 4, rider change on 3, Sweet Diane to Jose Ortiz. Favorites included 2, Lovely Lovey, and 4, Bella Chow.
Racing in the Hut Hut. Bella Chow got bounced around a bit, so did Busy Signal there at the back. Lovely Lovey gets the first call, but Bimini's going to use her rail post to go after the lead. Away in third is Sweet Diane. These three have opened 3 or 4 now on Derlin, who's away racing to the outside of both Busy Signal and Bella Chow, and at the back is Classic Fit. Out of the chute and onto the main course. The opening quarter goes to Bimini. She has the lead now 3 parts of a length after the opening quarter in 24-1. Second is Lovely Lovey, 3 wide third, Sweet Diane. Leperoux puts Busy Signal into a pocket down toward the inside, while Irad Ortiz Jr. has Bella Chow in the 2-path, racing 5th. 2.5 to Derlin and 3 to Classic Fit. Less than 5/8 to go as they head to the half-mile point. It's Bimini in front. On the outside, Lovely Lovey keeps the pressure on second. Sweet Diane is a 3 wide third. Busy Signal at the rail is 4th. A driven 5th is Bella Chow. She'll need to do a bit better. 2 better than Derlin with Classic Fit last through a 47 1/2 mile. Less than 3/8 to run. Here's a 3 wide move from Sweet Diane. 4 wide is Bella Chow. Both Bimini and Lovely Lovey struggling to kick on with it. Trying to run home from the back. Busy Signal and Classic Fit with a quarter of a mile left to go. Sweet Diane comes away with the advantage. Off the turn in the stretch drive, Sweet Diane leads by 2. Classic Fit on the stand side tries to spring an upset from between horses and Bella Chow. 1/8 of a mile to go. Here's Classic Fit under big time pressure from Jimenez, rallying at the leader. Classic Fit on the outside. Sweet Diane toward the rail, but at 13-1, Classic Fit has powered to the front. Classic Fit wins the Hut Hut. Second is Sweet Diane, third is Bella Chow, and 4th is Busy Signal.
Upset in today's second race, sent off at double the morning line. Number 7, Classic Fit, rallies from the back under a strong ride from Alvin Jimenez to post the 13-1 surprise for trainer Mike Stidham and the iconic Royal Blue of Godolphin Racing Stable. Second, number 3, Sweet Diane, and third, number 4, Bella Chow. Time for a commercial break. We'll be right back.
One of the world's most anticipated thoroughbred racing events of the year returns. The 3rd annual Pegasus World Cup Invitational at Gulfstream Park in South Florida. drawing competition from around the world with a $16 million purse split between 2 Grade 1 races, on the dirt and on the turf. Experience the incredible fashion, spectacular world-class service and entertainment, and the unrivaled adrenaline of the Pegasus World Cup Invitational. Saturday, January 26th at Gulfstream Park. Get your tickets now at PegasusWorldCup.com.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon, the fifth running of the Buffalo Man. 2-year-olds travel 6 furlongs. They're in for $75,000 in guaranteed purse money. Field of 7, the favorite was the 7, Zenden.
Racing in the Buffalo Man. From the fence, combination begins smoothly. Up on the outside, Zenden is offensive-minded, and Jackson is sent along. So the 3 favorites land 1, 2, 3 as Saez sends Jackson to the top. Jackson leads by a neck. Jaramillo latched onto him with Zenden, who's racing from second. Combination will have to race from off the speed. He's third. It's a gap of another 3 to Steady Earner on the inside of Rayo My King with Dazzling Truce out 3 deep, and St. Michael is last as they swing to the far turn. With the advantage, it's Jackson in front by a head. Zenden up alongside second, 2 back to combination third. Then it's a gap of 4. St. Michael 4 wide toward the back of the field. Steady Earners at the rail. That's all for Rayo My King with Dazzling Truce as they run to the top of the stretch. There's a 1/4 mile left to go. Zenden's under pressure. Jackson toward the inside tries to go with him. 3 back to combination, and they're at the top of the stretch. It's Zenden who comes away with the narrow lead, but Jackson is up for a fight, and he's battling right back. Combination down the stand side third with less than an 1/8 to go. Zenden for a clear advantage. Jackson game second best at this point, and that's where he'll finish as Zenden puts him away. It's Zenden for Barboza and Jaramillo to win by a 1.5 lengths. Second is Jackson, third is combination, and fourth is Dazzling Truce.
Number 7, Zenden, was 4-1 on the morning line, but the public was wise to that as he was hammered to the betting favorite, and he delivered as the public pick under a great ride from Misael Jaramillo for trainer Victor Barboza Jr. and the Pitchy Investments. Second, number 6, Jackson, and third, number 1, Combination. We move now to the fourth race of the afternoon, the fifth running of the Smooth Air. 1 mile over the main track for 2-year-olds. A field of 7 signed on. All the money for 5, Garter and Tie, and 7, Super Jackpot.
Racing in the Smooth Air. Was a smooth start. Garter and Tie away well toward the Hurrian side as Union's Destiny up to challenge for the top. Up on the outside of Riva Durla has speed. Farther out in Super Jackpot. These 4 quickest as Maddie's Last Dance is back to 5th. Second last early is Kentucky All-Star, and the early trailer is Homeboy. Out of the chute they run, the opening quarter complete with a Riva Durla in front by a neck. On the outside, Super Jackpot is there. Second, Union's Destiny rein back. And at the rail, here's Maddie's Last Dance making a mid-race move all the way up into third. Meanwhile, Gaffleone and the favorite Garter and Tie race from 5th, only 3 lengths off the lead. 2.5 clear of Kentucky All-Star, who in turn is 5 in front of Homeboy, who's last. They make their way to the half-mile points after an opening quarter in 23-3. Riva Durla hounded by an outside running Super Jackpot through a 46-2 opening half-mile. Wide on the course now is the favorite Garter and Tie toward the rail. Maddie's Last Dance gets through and starts to run on. From 4th in Union's Destiny, from the back in Kentucky All-Star. Last of all is Homeboy. There's 5/16 to go. Super Jackpot now given a crack on the shoulder to get more response. Not really getting it though, Ortiz, as inside running Maddie's Last Dance is up to challenge. Third is Garter and Tie fully driven after 3 quarters. And 1:11-3, they're at the top of the stretch. Garter and Tie tips out 3 wide to challenge the top pair. In between horses, Super Jackpot toward the rail. Maddie's Last Dance. Super Jackpot now begins to feel the strain and digs in gamely. On the outside, and Garter and Tie trying to get by. Garter and Tie, Super Jackpot. Here's the wire, Garter and Tie. Garter and Tie got into high gear when he needed to get the victory over a very game Super Jackpot in 138-2.
Favorites run 1-2 in today's fourth race. It was hard work, but it was winning work for number 5, Garter and Tie, who puts his best foot forward late in the game under a strong ride from Tyler Gaffleone for trainer Ralph Nix and the Jacks Are Better Farm. 7, Super Jackpot ran super, and he ran second ahead of number 3, Union's Destiny, who finished third. The fifth race of the afternoon moved to the turf at 1 mile, the Pulpit Stakes for $75,000. Rider change on 9, Louder Than Bombs to Miguel Vasquez. The favorite, number 2, Henley's Joy.
And they're off in the pulpit. From the rail, Life Mission gets the first call. In the center, Faraway Kitten moves to challenge. Shazir wants to secure some racing room. Henley's Joy does as well, and so does Nash Trick. Henley's Joy is going to guide to the rail. Nash Trick will land in the 2 path. Faraway Kitten takes the worst of it 4 wide. It's a gap of another 2.5 back to Tangible, ahead of Louder Than Bombs. The 2 at the back are Mr. Wrenchit and Sterling Drive. Up front, Luis Saez and Life Mission lead the way by a length. Faraway Kitten on the outside, second. Nash Trick between horses, third. Henley's Joy gets the spot he wants down at the rail for Gaffleone, ahead of Shazir, 2.5 clear of Tangible. They're followed by Mr. Wrenchit, then to the outside, Louder Than Bombs, and Sterling Drive is last. The opening quarter mile went 23-3 as they head to the half-mile point. It's Life Mission on top by a length and a quarter. Nash Trick is there second. Henley's Joy is at the rail third. Faraway Kitten will be at least 3 wide on the second turn, racing from fourth, and Shazir. Louder Than Bombs is 3 wide and trying to get underway around Tangible. At the rail and Mr. Wrenchit, and the trailer remains Sterling Drive, and the leader remains Life Mission. To the top of the stretch, Life Mission has the lead. Henley's Joy goes on the attack, and these 2 have sprinted well clear of the others, and they're at the top of the stretch. Life Mission on the inside, bracing for the challenge of Henley's Joy, who's up alongside now, and Henley's Joy powers to the front. Life Mission is back to second. Louder Than Bombs is now third, then Shazir and Mr. Wrenchit, but Henley's Joy finishes up full of run, and he's the pulpit winner easy by 4-5. Second, Life Mission, third, Louder Than Bombs, then Shazir and Mr. Wrenchit.
Number 2, Henley's Joy, coming out of the Breeders' Cup with a big class drop and a big-time performance here this afternoon as the son of Kitten's Joy finishes full of run, winning with his ears up under Tyler Gaffleone from Mike Maker in a Bloom Racing stable. Second, number 1, Life Mission, and third, number 9, Louder Than Bombs. Henley's Joy, a force on the turf today. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the Rainbow Six sequence, right after this.
Go Zepper is pulling away. Go Zepper blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Zepper again has won. Go Zepper kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the Wait a While on turf at 1 mile. 2-year-old fillies get their chance at $75,000. Scratch number 9, Red Hot Dame. Scratch number 12, Perspire. Rider change on 1, Queen Mend to Julian Leparoux. The lukewarm choice, number 4, A Bit Special.
Racing in the Wait a While. Smooth beginning for A Bit Special from the center of the course to her inside. Both Antati and Red Rounder look for forward position. On the far outside, that's Fortunate Girl moving up, and Fortunate Girl from the 11 post will land in front. Red Rounder races from second. Malibu Dawn is on the outside third. Antati is next toward the inside, followed 3 wide by A Bit Special, then Vow to Recover. Multi-Strategy is next, racing ahead of Box of Gold. Second last early, while on hold is Stormy D, and the trailer is the Invader, Queen Mabe. They run to the backstretch through the opening quarter mile in 23-4. With the advantage, it's Fortunate Girl by a length now. On the outside, second is Malibu Dawn, tucked in third, Red Rounder. Following fourth is Antati, then Vow to Recover with A Bit Special on her outside. Box of Gold is next. Multi-Strategy is 3 wide. Stormy Deep tries the inside lane, and the trailer is Queen Mabe. They make their way to the half-mile point. They went 48-2 for the opening half mile. Into the far turn they go, and with the advantage, it's still Fortunate Girl by a length. Up to challenge from second is now running on from second is Malibu Dawn. Antati 3 wide. A Bit Special looking for racing room for Mirage. Red Rounders toward the rail. Multi-Strategy is out wide. Stormy D is next toward the inside and Vow to Recover as they run for home. 3/4, 112-1, and off the turn it's still a kick from Fortunate Girl. Fortunate Girl has the lead by 2.5. A Bit Special down the center. A Bit Special trying to get to Fortunate Girl. Fortunate Girl, A Bit Special trying to get her on the money. This is going to get close. A Bit Special is in time. A Bit Special with that big late kick ran down Fortunate Girl in 135-3.
Number 4, A Bit Special, is so perfectly named as she is very, very good. She unleashed a big stretch kick last time. She unleashes another one here this afternoon, and she runs down a loose leader and Fortunate Girl to get the victory. Under jockey Romero Mirage for trainer Pat Biancone, who's done a terrific job with this filly. For owners Linda Shanahan, Mrs. M.V. Magner, and J.P. Magner. 11, Fortunate Girl was second. 5, Vow to Recover, ran third. To the 7th race now on the start of the late pick 5. This is the Coppa Invitacional. It starts the Caribbean Cup races today. 1.25 miles over the main track, scratch the 3 and 6. Heavily favored, number 2, Michigas.
And they're off in the Coppa Invitacional. Last in, first out, it's El Curto who fires to the top from Wildcat Wish, who's taken in hand by Manny Franco. He'll land second. Racing in third early is Going Strong, Michigas. The big favorite is in the pink, while fourth, and 2.5 to the trailer, Trincento. They make their way to the first turn, and in his Gulfstream return, it's Wildcat Wish, who will not settle for second. He'll take the lead under Manny Franco, with El Curto the gray 3 wide toward the inside and Going Strong. Michigas is 4 wide here in just this 5-horse affair. He's racing in the clear, and he's 3 lengths off the lead, and the trailer is Trincento. 25 and 2 for the opening quarter speed. Around the first turn they run. 1.25 miles the trip. Wildcat Wish has never done that in South Florida. We'll see how far he goes. He leads the way by 1.25 lengths. El Curto second. Going Strong at the inside is third. Up on the outside in Michigas. He's certainly given up enough ground as the big favorite. He's 1 to 5, and he looks like he's going to move early as well. Michigas all the way up 3 wide after Wildcat Wish. Going Strong is fourth as they appear to be quickening up the pace a touch, and the trailer remains Trincento. 51 and 4 for a half mile. The top 3 now kick on with it. As Going Strong is being asked to kick on by Nicky Figueroa as Trincento is up and by him. So Going Strong the first to give way. Wildcat Wish is now called it an afternoon. Here's Michigas and here's El Curto, and the 2 favorites sprint along into the far turn run. From the back, Trincento and Jose Lescano in with a shot from third. Driven fourth, Wildcat Wish, then Going Strong. 5/16 to go, and up now it's Michigas. Michigas at the 5/16. Irad Ortiz Jr. knew what he had underneath him. He gave him all kinds of ground around the first turn and down the backstretch. But, folks, he's riding the best horse. It's all about Puerto Rico here. It's all about Michigas, who kicks clear and opens up. Michigas bids this field a pleasant good afternoon. He's in front by 7, by 8, and still moving away. El Curto's going to try to hold on to second down the center and late run from Going Strong. But Puerto Rico rejoices. A loud and raucous crowd as Michigas comes home an easy winner. Second El Curto, then Going Strong and Trincento.
Number 2, Michigas, was heavily favored in this race last year, overcoming traffic trouble to get up for third. Today, he has no traffic trouble as jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. kept him in the clear, and the son of Include did the rest. Much the best horse for Oscar Diaz and Jose Velez. Second, number 7, El Curto, and third was the 1, Going Strong. We move to the 8th race of the afternoon and start the late pick 4. This is the Lady Caribbean Cup at 1.16 miles over the main track. First finish line in use, rider change on 6, Rosa Salvaje, make the rider Angel Rodriguez. Favorites, the Puerto Rican 2, Regalata, and the Mexican 3, Cutzamala.
And they're off. Ladies slam away smoothly. Unseating the rider was Salmiana. The 7, Salmiana, unseated the rider. Manny Cruz is okay. So the rest of them head into that first turn run, and Cutzamala offensive-minded to take the lead. It's a headstrong Visionaria racing from second. Third on the outside, and Regalata down at the inside. That's Etrusca. Lady Slam is 3 wide. They're followed by Brigantia and Rosa Salvaje. The Panamanians are about 5.5 lengths off the lead. The trailer is La Coronada. 24 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. It's the Mexican Cutzamala, the daughter of Point Determined, front and center with a 1.5 length lead. Visionaria's second, Lady Slam, going up on the outside of Regalata. Then saving ground is Etrusca. Followed out wide by Brigantia. Rosa Salvaje works between horses. Then it's the loose horse and 5 to the trailer, La Coronada. They make their way down the backstretch and continue to the first finish line through a 49 1/2 mile. With the advantage, Cutzamala by 1/2 length. Visionaria kept along well second. Lady Slam a 3 wide third. Where's Regalata working between horses? Also right there, I believe that's Brigantia down at the inside. That's Etrusca trying to save inside position. And she does as Rosa Salvaje is next as they round the far turn. Kutsamala has the lead. Brigantia under a hard drive second. Upset possibility and Etrusca from the inside lane third. Then it's a gap of another 2.5 lengths back to Visionaria as they run to the first finish line. There's less than a quarter of a mile to go. Taking the lead now, it's Brigantia for Panama. Brigantia on top by 2.5. Etrusca from between horses down the center, and Rosa Salvaje to the first wire they run. With the advantage, it's Brigantia. It's unfortunate this loose horse did cause some problems, but no problems for Brigantia. Rosa Salvaje surging with Etrusca. It's Brigantia to win it. Rosa Salvaje second, Etrusca third, and La Coronada fourth.
Panama gets on the board here this afternoon. They run 1-2 in this race as number 5, Brigantia, overcomes that loose horse who proved a problem for a variety of runners in this race. But jockey Luis Saez, who ironically is from Panama, made it a big win for the Panamanian connections of Alberto Paz Rodriguez and his crew. Second, number 6, Rosa Salvaje, and third was the 4, Etrusca. The 9th race of the afternoon, sprinters in the Caribbean fashion. This is the Caribbean Cup Speed at 6 furlongs. A field of 9 signed on. The favorites included 2, La Polla, and 5, Hierro Colado.
And they're off in the Copa Velocidad. Hierro Colado wastes no time in getting acquainted with South Florida and fires to the top from Tati, who's right on his flank while second. Big Boris 1 ridden out of there for third. At the inside in Magno fourth. Following fifth is Don William R, then sixth in Candy Power. 2 back to La Polla, 2 better than El Titi. And you never know, as last of all, as they pass the half-mile mark. On the outside, it's Tati and Irad Ortiz Jr., who now taking a lead of 3 parts of a length over Hierro Colado, who's back to second. No place to go for Magno, angling for racing room. Slamming on the brakes there was Hierro Colado. That's all for him. So up front, here's Big Boris 1 to take a shot at Tati. 2.5 back to Magno. He's still in the hunt from third. Running on from fourth is Candy Power, then Don William R with a quarter of a mile left to go. Will the leader respond to urging? It's Tati off the turn with the lead. Magno's 40-1 with a chance. Paco getting some out of Big Boris 1 between horses with an 1/8 of a mile now to go. It's Big Boris 1 who has the lead. Magno on the outside, a late run from Don William R down the stand side. 16th to go. Big Boris 1, Magno on the outside. Big Boris 1 and Magno. Here's the line. Big Boris 1. Big Boris 1 gets the money for Venezuela. Magno with a great try second in 1:13.3.
Chalk one up for Venezuela. They're on the board today as Paco Lopez, who's a Mexican rider, rides the Venezuelan Big Boris 1 to victory in today's 9th race for JCA Racing and Juan Carlos Avila. Venezuelan import gets the job done at 5-2 under Paco Lopez. Big price for second, 3 Magno, ahead of the 1 Don William R. The Puerto Rican ran third. Time for a commercial break. Still to come, the big one, the Caribbean Cup and the Confraternity Cup. Up next. Back now for race number 10 on the program, the Confraternity Caribbean Cup. These are 4-year-olds and up, racing 1.25 miles for $100,000, sponsored by Lascar International. Field of 9 went to post. The favorite, last year's Caribbean Classic winner, number 2, Hala Hala.
And they're off. Hala Hala away very quickly and very smoothly, and reaching up for the early lead. Here's Bold Master, as expected, part of the pace. Up on the outside, Fry Angelico trying to get over with Exclusivo on hold between. Dynamo lands a good tracking spot, 4th early. The pace appears pretty swift. Back 5th is Hala Hala. Then Mr. Jerry and Inspirato, 3 in front of Black Widow. And Justiciero does his best running later, and he looks like he's got plenty of place in front of him as they round that first turn. It's the Rabbit. It's Bold Master, the stablemate of Justiciero, who leads by 2 over Exclusivo, who races from second. Dynamo at the inside third. Fry Angelico on hold 4th. It's a gap of 5 to Hala Hala. Up on her outside and moving closer is Mr. Jerry, then Inspirato. It's a gap of another 5 to Black Widow and 6 more to Justiciero. The opening quarter was 24-1 As they race into the backstretch, they're strung out over a lot of ground. There's got to be 25 from first to last as Bold Master puts up the numbers. Out in the center of the course, Exclusivo, Juan Carlos Diaz wants to keep him relaxed while racing in the center of the course ahead of Dynamo in third. Back to fourth is Fra Angelico. Mr. Jerry starts to make ground on the outside of Hala Hala. Hala Hala has inside position for Irad Ortiz Jr. and starts to make a move similar to what she did last year, 2 lengths back. That's Inspirato. Then it's a gap of 4 to Black Widow, and Justiciero needs to get his rally going soon as Exclusivo comes away with the lead. Exclusivo has the lead by a length and a half. Hala Hala is now second. Fra Angelico on the outside third. Then it's a gap of 4 to Bold Master, who puts the cue in the rack. Up on the outside and Mr. Jerry race on up front. Hala Hala now issues the challenge and takes the lead over Exclusivo in second. Fra Angelico is third. These three have it to themselves. There's nobody else in shouting range with a quarter of a mile left to go. It's Hala Hala from Mexico who comes away with the lead. Fra Angelico put to full pressure but 4 lengths down with just an eighth of a mile to go. Hala Hala is clear by 4. Fra Angelico is second. It's a familiar scenario as Hala Hala will come under the wire, an easy winner. Hala Hala and Irad Ortiz Jr. by 4 in the end. Fra Angelico was second. Exclusivo is going to hold on for third over Justiciero, who was a well-beaten fourth. Fifth is Mr. Jerry, then Inspirato, Black Widow, Bold Master, and Dynamo wound up last in 2:08 and 2.
I think it's safe to say the number 2, Hala Hala, likes it here in South Florida. She won the big race last year, the Caribbean Classic. She wins the second biggest race this year as a 4-year-old filly by point determined. Mexico rejoices as they get the job done. Quadra San Jorge, the winning owners. Fausto Gutierrez, the winning conditioner. Puerto Rican Irad Ortiz Jr. on board for the winning ride. To the 11th and final race now, it was the big one, the Caribbean Classic. $300,000 on the line at 1 1/8 over the main track. Scratch the 6 and 8. Rider change on 7, Kandinsky. The Mexican Triple Crown winner and undefeated colt, Kukulkan, the heavy favorite.
And they're off in the Caribbean Classic. Kukulkan away smoothly and swiftly and reaching up for the early lead. Up between horses, Sol de Oron is now moving to challenge El Salcedo. Won't be far away. In fact, El Salcedo going at it with Sol de Orion as they round the first turn. Kandinsky sets up shop third ahead of the Triple Crown winner Kukulkan, who's to the inside of Bukowski, racing 4th and 5th respectively, 2 in front of My Racing Mate. Second last early is Literario. Dario Ruth is last of all as they round the first turn. Opening quarter was 24 and 2 as they race into the backstretch. With the advantage, El Salcedo and Edwin Castro in front 3 parts of a length. Sol de Orion is now second. Kandinsky is third. It's a gap of 4 to Bukowski, who follows along in 4th. Back to 5th and inside is the big favorite, Kukulkan, situated about 7 lengths off the lead. Then on the outside to Literario ahead of My Racing Mate and Dario Ruth. They make their way down the backstretch through a 49-second opening half mile. With the advantage, it's still El Salcedo by a half a length. 3 wide in Kandinsky from between horses, Sol de Orion. Bukowski's getting a chirp from Jaramillo to try to keep in range. Meanwhile, Irad Ortiz Jr. hasn't thought about moving on Kukulkan, although he wants racing room, and there he goes! And the Mexican Triple Crown winner, Kukulkan, now takes the lead from Kandinsky second, back to third, and Bukowski, who's driven in 3 lengths off the leader. Gap of another 4 to Literario, then Dario Ruth from last, with 5/16 to go, and Kukulkan is getting away. There's a quarter of a mile left to go, and Kukulkan now strides to a 4-length lead. On the outside, and Bukowski from second. Toward the inside of him is Kandinsky. Then it's a gap of 3 to Dario Ruth and Literario. But inside the final furlong, we're in the midst of a Mexican masterpiece as Triple Crown winner Kukulkan brings his game to South Florida and dazzled beneath a full house. Kukulkan, a league on his own. He won it by 8 or 9. Bukowski second, Kandinsky third, Dario Ruth fourth, and Literario finished fifth.
Well, how's that for a performance? Kukulkan remains undefeated, takes his game outside of Mexico, and puts on a show for the rest of the world under Irad Ortiz Jr., who caps off a great afternoon. Fausto Gutierrez, the winning trainer. Their winning connections, the same connections who won the 10th race. Quadra San Jorge and Rancho San Jorge, the winning breeders. Second, number 10, Bukowski. Third, the other Mexican horse, number 7, Kandinsky. Form for results to today's Caribbean Classic races yields pretty small returns in the Rainbow 6 and the Late Pick 5. The good news is the Rainbow 6 carries over. Big carryover tomorrow for the 12:35 first post.
What a day. Passion, a raucous house. We love thoroughbred racing. We do it all again tomorrow as well. A 10-race Sunday card that gets underway at 12:35. Good night, everybody.